Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is CaelumEXP, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. Man, that back had a lot of emphasis behind it. And we are going... So, as you guys have already seen, I have learned Finishing Touch for Cloud, Hellmasker for Vincent, and I even put in a little display of his 2 attacks that he can use in there. And in the last episode, we did learn Pulse of Life. Unfortunately, I was not able to actually show me earning that, because I was unaware that she was really close to learning it. And in the forest, while I was learning Cloud's Finishing Touch, I was manipulating a flying enemy to get him to perform his attacks specifically on Cloud to raise his limit gauge really quick. I don't need that anymore, so I'm going to put long range back on. And now we are going to proceed to Rocket Town, which is right over here. Around the mountain, there it is. You can see the leaning rocket right there. Oop, random battle. See if I can steal anything from that guy before we use Trine. Couldn't steal anything? Oh well, because he's about to die. Bam! Wow. And Trine doesn't do as much damage as Beta, and for that, it also doesn't cost as much. It costs 20 MP instead of 35. And I did go through the PHS, and I brought everybody in to equip the gold bangles on them, so yeah. What's that? It is a leaning rocket. A rusty old rocket. Wonder why they made something so huge. Alright, we actually want to talk to this old man right here. Like 2 or 3 times. This used to be a Shinra base where they launched rockets. You saw the leaning rocket, right? That's Shinra number 26. It never got off the ground, though. I mean, it got a little bit off the ground. It just looms there. That's how the town got its name, Shinra number 26. Want to look at the rocket with me? Yeah, let's take a look. Okay. I get so impressed every time I look at it. Sorry to get you into this. For me, it's a kind of hobby. But out of appreciation, let me give you this. And receive the Yoshiyuki. I wish you'd take care of it and use it. The Yoshiyuki is probably the next best weapon for Cloud right now. Doesn't have a whole lot of materia slots. Has normal materia growth. And the 2 slots that it does have are not linked. However, the extra damage that it does already compared to the Rune Blade makes it worthwhile, and it is a katana, so it's one of the smaller weapons that Cloud can use in this game. And sword is used when an ally is down. What that means is that if Vincent or Aerith were to fall in battle, fall down to 0 HP, Cloud gets a power boost, so he would do even more damage. And if both Vincent and Aerith were to get down to 0 HP in battle, Cloud would have an even larger boost to his strength and everything, and he would just do... It does a lot of damage. It really does. And Aerith's ultimate weapon, which we're actually not far from getting, has the same effect. And let's see. Do I actually want to give this to him right now? Shiva, long range, elemental, Odin. I'll take these 2 off. And I will give him long range still. And I'm going to swap out for the Yoshiyuki. Okay. And we are good. Okay, before we do anything else, we want to check out the shops and see if there are any treasures around here. Nothing in here, it doesn't look like. Is it over here? Could have sworn there was stuff in here for me to take. Maybe that's one of the other buildings. A gun is a man's weapon. Nothing else will do. Yeah, we could buy the shotgun for, Are you serious? I didn't have to steal the gold armlets? Nah, whatever. It's fine. Protect vest, we have one. We never did get an earring. We do have a talisman. I'll go ahead and buy one of those just because. And I'll go ahead and buy... No, I don't really... do I want to? You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Just because. I will sort my stuff by type. And we're heading out of here now. Let's head across the street. What have we got here? Oh, this is the inn. I think. Bar. I see no items. What about up here? I could have sworn there were items around here. Well, this is the bar and inn, so if you need a place to rest up, this is the place to do it. Welcome to the Shanghai Inn. It's 100 gil a night. Yeah, let's go ahead and restore HP and MP. And once again, if you can hear my AC unit, I am sorry. It is very hot today. Let's see. What have we got here? Person cooking. Dude looks like he's losing his mind. Nothing here. I don't really feel like talking to a lot of people right now. Okay, so what's in here? Nothing. Okay. What have you got? This is the item shop. Cool. I'll buy like 11 more ethers. Let's see. I'll buy 8 of those. I'll buy a couple of tents. Barrier materia. We do need that. We also need exit. Already got a time, so that's fine. Alright, we're good. Let me go sort my materia just to keep it sorted. It bothers me when I don't have it organized. Alright. Oh, there's... To you too, mister. Hey. It's my job to make people laugh all over the world. Okay, so you're a comedian. Treasure chest. There we go. Power source. Use that on Cloud. Could have sworn there was another usable item here. Ah, Cosmo Memory. Can't learn that yet. Red still has one more limit to learn before I can give that to him. And I'm not ready to get the final limits for anybody except for Aerith at this point, but we do have to finish the events here before the dude... So remember back when I was looking at Gungaga after we got the buggy and everything, and before I went back to learn some enemy skills? I pointed out a small hut near a tip, near the ocean and everything. There was nobody in that house at that time, and after we finish the events here in Rocket Town, there will be somebody there. So let's see. Another treasure chest. The drill arm is another melee weapon for Barret. Nothing in here. Whoa. Weaponry and a Shinra vehicle. Backyard. There's a Shinra logo on it. Tiny Bronco. This is cool. Let's take it, okay, Cloud? May I help you? No, we're just looking at it. If you would like to use it, please ask the captain. The captain should be in the rocket. I'm Shara, and what are your names? I'm Cloud. I'm Aerith. Vincent. Never mind. So you're not with Shinra? I thought you were bringing approval for the space program. Huh? President Rufus is scheduled to come here. The captain's been so restless all morning. Rufus? Ooh. Rufus is gonna be here. Alright, so... Ranger, please be quiet, my dude. Alright. There is a boss fight in this area against Palmer, that little dude, like, fawning over rate hikes at the beginning of the game. Ranger, please chill. What is up, dude? What are you guys doing here? This is the captain, by the way. We heard the captain was here. Captain? I'm the captain. This is Sid Highwind, and he is going to be our final party member. The name's Sid. Everyone calls me Captain, though. What do you want? Tell me about this rocket. Wow, not bad for a kid. Alright then, I'll explain it to you. You know Shinra developed a lot of technological gadgets during the Meaningless War, right? Now it's a Mako company, but in the old days it was a weapons manufacturer. Well, they came up with a rocket engine. There was so much excitement about the thought of going into outer space. Our dreams got bigger and bigger. They put a major budget into it and finally made prototype after prototype. Finally, they completed Shinra number 26. They chose the best pilot in Shinra. No, in the world. Me. I mean, come on. And finally, we get to the day of the launch. Everything was going well. But because of that dumbass Shara, the launch got messed up. That's why they became so anal. And so, Shinra nixed their outer space exploration plans, after they told me how the future was space exploration and got my damn hopes up. Damn them. Then it was all over once they found out Mako Energy was profitable. They didn't even so much as look at space exploration. Money, moolah, dinero. My dream was just a financial number for them. Look at this rusted rocket. I was supposed to be the first man in space with this. Every day it tilts a little bit more. At this rate, I don't know which will be first, this thing falling over or me getting out of here. My last hope is to talk to the president. I think that's all we can get from him right now. Hey, Sid. What do you want? Is Rufus coming? Yeah, it must be news about restarting the space program. A young president, and that's what we needed. He still has dreams, too. Talk to him again. What do you want? Can we borrow the tiny Bronco? You out of your fucking mind? That's my most cherished possession. I can't let you take it. Alright, well, that's all we needed to do here. You out your fucking mind? Sid's a hoot. He's one of my favorites in this game. Him, Vincent, Cloud, and Tifa, and Aerith. Here in the original, Barrett's not... I mean, he's super useful, especially in-game, because his limits are, like, really strong. But he's probably one of my least favorite characters here in the original. Now, in the remake, that's something else entirely. He is a far better written character there. Excuse me, Cloud? Did the captain say anything? Nope. No. Shara, what are you, blind? We got guests. Get some tea. I'm sorry. Really, don't mind us. Shut up. Sit down in those chairs and drink your goddamn tea. Shara, I'll be in the backyard tuning up Tiny Bronco. And make sure to serve him some tea, alright? I don't know why he's so anal about that. Sheesh, what bad manners, indeed. Sorry, it's our fault. No, he's always like this. It's amazing that you can live with it. No, it's because of my stupid mistake. I was the one who destroyed his dream. What happened? Hey, get your ass in gear. You work like a snail. Even the moon would get tired waiting around for your ass. Dude is so mean. I'm sorry. Don't take so much time checking that freaking oxygen tank. Shara, being careful's good, but no matter how many times you check that oxygen tank, it won't matter. That thing wouldn't break even if hell froze over. But, no buts. You're not stupid, so be more efficient. Just apologizing over and over and over. Captain, our dreams are finally coming true. We are so proud to be a part of the launch of Shinra number 26. Captain, preparations are complete. All that's left is liftoff. Yeah, leave it all to me. I'll be back in a few. Alright, Captain, fly our dreams into outer space. Thanks, guys. We're praying for your safety. Instrument panel, all clear. Shinra number 26, ready for launch. Engine pressure rising. Shinra number 26, 3 minutes to launch. Beginning countdown. Finally. What happened? Sid, we have an emergency situation. A mechanic is still in the engine section of the rocket. What? Who is little fuck? I don't know. Activating the intercom in the engine section. It's Shara. Hey, goddammit, who the fuck's still in there? It's Shara, Captain. Don't mind me. Go ahead with the launch. Shara, what are you still doing in there? I was still concerned. The results of the oxygen tank test weren't satisfactory. It's gonna get so hot in there, there ain't gonna be shit left when we blast off. You're gonna be burnt to a crisp. You're gonna die. You know that, don't you? I don't mind. Jesus, Shara. If I could just fix this, the launch will be a success. I'm almost done. Almost done? You're gonna die. Sid, we must start the countdown. We won't make it if we don't. Hey, wait a minute. Shara's still in there. What are you going to do, Sid? If we cancel now, it'll be another 6 months until the next launch. God damn it, Shara. You want to make me a murderer? Tank number 7 check is complete. Once I complete tank number 8, it's all clear. Come on, Shara. Hurry up. Sid, forget about her. We won't make it in time. Oh, God. What am I supposed to do? "15 seconds until ignition. Internal temperature rising." Oh, man. The moon, outer space, my dreams. Ignite engine! Shit! I don't know if you guys heard it, but he did press a button to abort right before this happened. And this is why the rocket is going to be leaning now. How it's leaning that far and not completely falling over, I'm not entirely sure, but, you know, whatever. He pushed the emergency engine shutdown switch, aborting the mission to save my life. After that, the space program was cut back and the launch was canceled. It's my fault his dream was destroyed. That's why it's alright. I don't care what the captain says. I'll live my life for him. Shara, you still haven't served him tea! Oh, come on, stop apologizing! Hurry up and sit down, or ain't my hospitality good enough for you? So, I don't necessarily like Sid as a character, but he is very strong character-wise, like, gameplay-wise. They're late. Where is Rufus? Here's Palmer. Hey, long time no see. So, Sid, how you been? Well, if it ain't Fat Man Palmer, how long were you figuring on keeping me waiting? So, when's the space program gonna start up again? Hey, I don't know. The president's outside, so why don't you ask him? Shit, good for nothing fat fuck. Don't say fat. Hey, tea, can I have some too? With lots of sugar and honey. And oh yeah, don't forget the lard. That's disgusting. Sugar, honey, and lard in your tea? You nasty little shit. Hey, have we met before? Is the tea ready yet? With plenty of sugar? And stop it with the lard! What the? You got me all excited for nothing? Then what'd you come here for? I want to borrow the tiny Bronco. We're going after Sephiroth, but seems like we've been going in the wrong direction. But now we think we know where he's headed, but we have to cross the ocean. That's why we want your plane. Ah, bastard. First the airship, then the rocket, and now the tiny Bronco? Shinra took outer space away from me, and now you want to take the sky away from me too? Oh my. You seem to forget it was because of Shinra that you were able to fly in the first place. What? Excuse me? This way. You wanted to use the tiny Bronco, right? I believe Palmer's going to take it. Why don't you talk to him? Boss time! Why do I have to do this? I'm the head of the space program. Hey, you little fat fuck. Nobody likes you, Palmer. We'll be taking the tiny Bronco. I've seen you somewhere before. I know, the Shinra building when the president was killed. Security! You call security and yet you're the only one here. Alright, so first things first, I think I can steal something from you, but I could be wrong. Nothing to steal. Okay. Big guard, and then I'm going to have Aerith cast Quake 2 on him. Wow, he can actually do a little bit of damage. Let's see Cloud's physical damage now with the Yoshiyuki. Good damage there. Death blow. So Vincent should do... No, he missed! What? Okay. Magic. Let's go with Ice 2. Cloud can summon Odin, see if this does any damage. Death blow. Goonge Lance. Yeah, the last time we had seen this one, it did 0 damage. Ooh, good damage. Another death blow. And he just whiffed again. Mako Gun, I do believe, is probably his most powerful thing because it can use magic when he does that. There we go. He didn't miss that time. Alright, so the tiny Bronco actually starts itself and almost takes Palmer's head clean off. But the fight is over. And then he gets hit by a Shinra truck. That's funny. Cool. 1800 XP, 98 AP. And we get the Eden coat. I can't stop it. Forget it. Get in. Shit, the tail's been hit. Emergency landing. This is gonna be a big splash. Hold on to your drawers and don't piss in them. So unfortunately, we don't actually get to fly the tiny Bronco. She won't fly anymore. Can't we use it as a boat? Fuck, do whatever you want. Sid, what will you do now? I don't know. I'm history with Shinra, and I've given up on that town. How about your wife, Shara? Wife? Don't make me laugh. Just think about marrying her gives me the chills. What are you guys gonna do? We're going after a man named Sephiroth. We'll have to get Rufus of Shinra someday, too. I don't know about any of that, but... what the hell. Sign me up. How about it, everyone? Do whatever you like. Glad to be aboard, numbskulls. Numbskulls? Yeah, anyone stupid enough to go up against Shinra nowadays has gotta be a numbskull. I like it. So, where are we headed? Rufus is going after Sephiroth to the Temple of the Ancients. Really? Where is it, that Temple of the Ancients? Dunno, that numbskull kid was telling me he was heading the wrong direction, so maybe it's off this way? Let's just head for land and get some information. Temple of the Ancients. That name bothers me. Yeah, okay, so... Tiny Bronco can cross shallow waters and rivers. Players can get on and off of it on the beach. So, these light blue waters like this and up rivers, we can actually go up now. And we want to head... not this way, I don't think. I think we want to turn around. Nope, we're not dealing with Wutai right now. I want to get Aerith's last limit break and at least get through the next visit to the Gold Saucer first. So we need to head around this way. There we go. So that there's Cosmo Canyon, which means Nibelheim is further up that way. Okay, how do I get around? River. That's how. So if you needed to go back to Cosmo Canyon for whatever reason, that's the way to go. We're going to go up this river. Can't go there. There's a waterfall. We can't go up that. But remember... God dang it, camera. Work for me, please. Oh, well. For a split second, we were able to see a little... Here we are. Okay. First things first, we're going to be stopping here. But we had seen a bit of a cave at the top of that waterfall. And that is going to be pretty important for getting Vincent's ultimate weapon and his final limit break. But we can't do that until way closer to the end of the game. But now we can go here. Because this dude is now here. Huh? Oh, another customer. You sure picked an out-of-the-way place, but if it's the keystone you're looking for, you're too late. I don't have it. Keystone? What, you didn't come here for that? The keystone is the key that unlocks the gate to a very old temple somewhere. You're not going to believe your ears, but I heard it was the Temple of the Ancients. The Temple of the Ancients? Don't take it seriously, it's just a legend. Alright, talk to him again. Huh? What the? Where is this keystone? I sold it already. Yeah, well, to tell the truth, I didn't really want to sell it, but that guy had a way about him that made you feel like it may not be a good idea not to sell it to him. Who did you sell it to? The manager of the Gold Saucer. Think his name was Dio. Said he was going to put it in his museum, then he took off out of here. Where is this temple? Come on, it's only a legend. But if it were true, that sure would be something, huh? Now that you mention it, I've heard of something called Ultimate Destruction Magic. It's supposed to be hidden somewhere in the Temple of the Ancients. Ultimate Destruction Magic? Come on, I said don't take it seriously. Talk to him again. Let's change the subject. All the weapons you see here I made myself, but lately I haven't been able to get materials. Hey, you wouldn't happen to have any mithril on you, would you? I'll trade you something good if you could spare some. Yeah, we can give you some. Hey, thanks. Alright, you can help yourself to either a big or a small box. And we're going to help ourselves to the small box up here to get Great Gospel. And that... So, first, before I use that, limit... Since Aerith has all 6 of her regular limit breaks that she learns from getting kills and from using other limits, we can now teach her her final limit break, Great Gospel. And that gets me the trophy. Trophy earned. See the light. And then the Eden Coat armor is pretty good. It's got 7 materia slots, and it's got better defense and magic defense than the gold armlet, but not a single one is linked, so you can't do materia combinations. And I like my materia combinations, so yeah, that's just what I'm going to stick with. Let me organize these. And then set Aerith's limit to limit level 4. And hopefully we can get at least one use of Great Gospel before the end of the Temple of the Ancients. Fully restores all allies, makes them invincible 1 time. So it has the effects of Pulse of Life for fully restoring all allies, and then making all allies invincible 1 time. They're not necessarily invincible. They gain a temporary buff called Peerless, which just prevents you from taking any and all damage. However, you cannot heal yourself, and items don't work on you either, so you can't restore your MP either. But it is great. It is awesome. I think I've only ever used it 1 time in the like 15 or so years that I've been playing this game. Yeah, maybe twice. I think I've seen it twice. And now that we have that, we are actually going to be heading over to the Gold Saucer. So we're going to park our butts right about here. Hop on off. And, maybe put the no encounters thing on. Yeah, let me, try to steal from this guy, and then after that, just physical attacks. Nothing to steal. Woo! Yeah, so those guys have a little... Wait a second, can I learn an enemy skill from them? I'm not sure. I'll look it up at the end of this episode. So we're going to walk our way up to North Coral. I'm going to turn the no encounters on. And I will stop the episode up there. Ugh. Alright, so here is North Coral. We will be heading back in here to go back to the Gold Saucer to talk to Dio. And there's actually going to be a special little event in the next episode as well. It's actually kind of cute depending on who you have with you for it. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. So thank you all very much for watching. I will see you all in the next episode. Have a great day. Bye.